everyone. So today I'm talking about a stamp-a-ma-jig or a stamp positioner. And at first when I saw these, I was like, why would anybody buy those? You can just use clear stamps and you really don't need to use them. You can see through clear stamps and, you know, line it up. So what's the point, right? Well, I was kind of wrong. So the thing I love most about a stamp-a-ma-jig is it helps the process go really, really quickly. And it also lines it up perfectly, taking out the guesswork, and you don't have to sit there and stand over your stamps to make sure that they're lining up correctly. So we're gonna show you a little bit about how this works. You have two pieces here. This is the handle, and then this is like a little plastic sheet. Now I put a piece of washi tape on my plastic sheet so I don't throw this away. That way I know that it's, oh yeah, that's to my stamp-a-ma-jig. And then I also put this on my stamp-a-ma-jig so that I know it's mine, like if I ever let anybody borrow it. Okay, so how you get started with the stamp-a-ma-jig. First, we're going to pick our image. And the image that I'm going to choose is from the Spring is Sprung collection. And it's this little pattern here. So just take that off. Okay, so grab an acrylic block and place it on. And then the first thing you're going to do is take an ink. So here's a Memento Tuxedo black ink. I like to use black for my stamp-a-ma-jig, no matter what color I'm using for the actual card. I just feel like it's easier to see. So just stamp that up. Now, with this, you can do this either way. So it could go this way or it could go this way. So that's something that you have to decide how you want your stamp to go. There's no like right or wrong way. So you take your plastic sheet here and you're going to place it up in the corner so it's nestled to your stamp-a-ma-jig. So I have it nestled in the corner. Then you're going to take your acrylic block and you're going to make it so that it's perfectly even with the corner right here, and slide it down and stamp. So that's perfect every single time. So now we have an image on top of our plastic sheet. And I suggest using something that's water-based, not permanent, like archival ink or anything like that, because we want it to be wiped off so we can reuse this over and over again. Okay, so for this card, I have 3 stamp pads. I'm going to be using these. I'm going to be making a baby boy card, and I just thought this would be perfect colors. So I have Wild Wasabi, Baja Breeze, and River Rock. So you place your card base or whatever you want to work on down, and then this is the cool part. So this piece, say I wanted it perfectly right there in the middle. All I would do is place my plastic piece wherever you want it. Then you line up your stamp-a-ma-jig exactly in the corners. Remove this piece, take your stamp, ink it up, line up the corners again, stamp down, and you have a perfect image exactly where you want it. So I'm going to start, and you notice it's not perfectly in the corner, so I would not place the corners together like the paper corner and this corner. I'm placing the stamped image exactly where I wanted it. So place the stamp-a-ma-jig on the paper where I want it. Now this is a little tricky because my bottom paper is not big enough for my stamp-a-ma-jig to actually hold it down. So you have to be very careful when lifting up your sheet. And there you go. Now, sure, you could eyeball it, but now you just take the stamp-a-ma-jig again, and to make sure that it goes perfectly where I want it, place it down, place the stamp-a-ma-jig handle, lift the plastic, ink it up, stamp in the corner, stamp down. That's great too, so if you ever mess up, you have it right there. And there we go. So we're just going to continue to do this the whole length of the card. Okay, so there you can see that we have one line finished. Now I'm going to take and do the next line down here, but in a different color. Okay, so next I'm going to take this cute little chick right here. This is from the Spring Has Sprung set from the Alleyway Stamps. And grab a block. I'm going to stamp it using Memento Tuxedo Black ink because I'm going to Copic color him. Now this is a great image to start with if you're just starting to learn how to Copic color. And the reason why is because it has so much open space that it's really great to learn how to blend. Okay, so here's my little image that I fussy cut out. A little tip I would like to teach you is do you see how the edge here is white and you can kind of see that there's like little white edges right here? So what I do is I flip it over and then take a brush tip marker. This just happens to be a Copic marker. If I had a Memento marker, I would use that, but I don't. Just go around the edge. And I do it with the wrong edge towards me. So if I mess up and slip like that, which I just did on purpose, but the black goes on the back of the image instead of on the front. I also, if you notice, I use my pinky finger against my hand as a stabilizer, which is a really good tip to learn how to do so that you have more control over your actual marker. And if you notice, I turn my paper and not my marker. And there you go. It looks like I cut them out like perfectly, even though I didn't. I'm going to place this piece here and then it'll cover up that mistake right there. But I'm going to round two corners and I'm going to use the 1/2 inch rounder. That means your rounder, it needs to be emptied. Now I'm going to be placing this little piece of green down here at the bottom of this. However, I want it to match up with the rounded corner. So on this one, I'm going to take and corner round just one edge at the 1/2 inch mark. And then take my Martha Stewart. These are their shearing scissors. I absolutely adore these. I use them all the time. And you just want to make sure that you don't go all the way through. Like I like to stick my paper up here at the top. You get a better cut, but do not go and slice it all the way down, or this is what will happen. So it literally will cut all of your paper into little scraps. That's what it's made to do. So we know that this one is going to go here. So I'm just going to start with the edge and kind of watch inside. And they don't have to be perfect. And then I just bend these down to give it some texture because I'm a texture freak. So I know that that's going to go there. And I cut this a smidgen longer, which is fine too, so that I can cut that off. Okay, so I want to do some clouds on the background of this. And I have this cute little Once Upon a Time set, and I want to use this little cloud here that has little hearts inside of it. Let's open this up. And there's my little look. Now, before we get started, I want to use this as an embossing buddy by Stampin' Up. You can buy these from several companies. They basically are an anti-static little bag that makes it so that the embossing powder only sticks where you want it to stick. And so you give it a good rub. Okay, so I'm gonna use some Versamark ink and ink this baby up really good. And then stamp it where I want it. And this is a very, very, very sticky pad. So it'll stay wet for a very long time. I like to do things in threes or in odd numbers. I just think it's more pleasing to the eye. So I have some white embossing powder here. Just take this, my little spoon, and spoon it on there. And this is why I love that embossing buddy. It doesn't leave the white little flecks that you might get if you didn't use it on the actual part that I'm not embossing. So, tap it off there. Grab my heat tool. Alright, that's cute.
So my mom, she's going to be making something, I don't know what it is gonna be.
Isn't that cute? And that just makes our little clouds. And then the powder, you can just go like this and it just comes right off. Isn't that fun? I love it.
So fun.
Okay, and then next I'm going to just take
her glue and glue that grass on there.
Yep, just a little line of glue, right?
That's running out.
It is running out.
That's what I say. Well, I know something that you could have done.
What?
You could have used that.
Mm-hmm.
Because you didn't know about those there, huh?
Mm-mm. And let's just stick this down. However, I only want the glue to be at the very bottom of this card because I want the grass to be free. Flip this over. Oops. And hold down your actual paper on the front so you know exactly where to cut your grass off at. Isn't that cute?
Do you want me to help you, like, make it really, really fluffy?
Okay, you fluff it up.
See how, like, these are the same?
Mm-hmm.
See how the beginning is really same?
Mm-hmm. Fluff that up for me. Did you fluff
You have
it?
to kind of scrumptial it.
Scrumptial it?
Yeah, scrumptial means to, like, bend it and stuff.
Scrumptial, everyone.
See?
Scrumptial is your word for the day. It's to bend. Scrumptial. Okay, so it's scrumptialed. Now this...
Can I put on the little duck?
Yeah, he's cute, huh?
Mm-hmm.
So I think I'm gonna go like that. Yeah.
We're gonna have a good idea.
Okay, hold
Put
on.
it very like that to
Well,
look like it's real.
I know, but see, I messed up right there. So I'm trying to cover that little spot up. So I gotta put some of these cute little squares on the back to make it
Put
wet.
on the little duck.
Yeah, when it's time, I'll let you put it on.
The little duck. The little duck.
These are so super sticky.
Can I put on the little ducky?
Mm-hmm.
The ducky's so cute.
Okay, let's put some of these on the duck.
So cute.
I know, he is cute, huh?
And where's the duck gonna go?
He's gonna go right inside here.
I'm gonna put him in.
Okay, make sure he goes down inside the grass. Perfect. Good job.
And that's the card for today.
No, it's not finished. Goofy girl. Almost. Let's see what we have in here.
Can I make one too? Ooh, there's a flower.
Okay, so I'm going to just take the word tweet. Stamp that up.
Can I just cut it out?
Think about it. Here, I'll stamp one for you. Okay, and then I'm just going to take it and cut straight up. And then this is a little trick Okay, so you cut it this way, down. Now, when I'm going to make this into a tag, so you take one edge here and make it like that. Then take this piece here, flip it over, and line your corners up right here. And then, don't let me, babe. This is hard with a little itty bitty one, but then you cut it. Whoa. And then you have a tag. Except for I don't want mine that pointy. There we go. Okay, and then I just have a little punch here. And then I'm just gonna line this up middle-ish. Punch a little hole, and it makes a little tag. Okay, and then if I would have thought of this beforehand, I would have done it first. I'm going to take this craft. This is called Totally Craft from Trendy Twine. This is my second roll actually. And I love this stuff. If I would have thought of it, I would have done it first. Okay, then you're going to tie a bow here, but before we tie the bow, if you tie it once and then put the right side under one more time, it makes it really, really tight and keeps it in place. And then I'm going to tie actually a knot for this one. Okay, so then you take both ends and stick it inside the hole and pull it down, and then place your little tag wherever, however you want it to fall, because you have those little foam adhesives on the back. And then tie your bow on top of that.
Just to make sure it stays on.
Like so.
Make it really pretty and stuff and like that.
Mm-hmm. Like that. Isn't he cute? I'm going to take a little bit of my Wink of Stella and just do his little beak. Just shimmer. And pull this down and do his feet. You won't really see his feet much, but if you can see him, you'll see a little sparkle. Isn't that fun?
I can see a little twig.
Isn't it so cute? I love it. So that's the card for today.
I hope you will go and create something that is
Perfectly imperfect. And we will see you next time. Bye.
No.